Hey, this is Dennis. Today we're going to talk about our drive home. During the drive home today, we are going to talk about making phone calls. It's the quality of the conversation that really matters, and it's not about just getting a lead. It's about what you do with it. But why is it so difficult? I mean, really, it's not about phone scripts. It really isn't about phone scripts. I got a whole desk full of phone scripts. It's not about phone scripts. It's about having a conversation with somebody about what they're trying to accomplish. And as we talk to people, you got to listen to them. You got to listen to what they're saying. You got to listen to what they're looking for, because that's the key to turning people into buyers. I think a lot of times what we've been doing is turning buyers into shoppers, and that's what you've got to focus on. You've got to focus on listening to that customer, figuring out what's important to them, because that's what needs to be important to you. So, we're talking about conversations, right? You're talking about having meaningful conversations. Why is it difficult to get somebody to do that? Why is it difficult to get a salesperson to do that? It could be over the past however long that you've been rolling along. It could be that it's all about the fact that they've had customers just pumped into the showroom, right? You've been advertising TV, radio, spending all the money in the world trying to get people in the door. And when it comes time for them to actually pick up the phone and call somebody and listen to them and have that conversation that makes sense to a customer, they're not prepared. We bang on ourselves because we are the worst training industry in the world, right? Car business. We don't train people. And so we bang on ourselves all the time for that. Everybody says it. And that's how everybody makes money, right? Hey, I'm training. I'm a trainer. Everybody's a trainer. It was amazing how many trainers started training during this crisis. And so yeah, we don't train very well. But really, the training just needs to be a little bit of time. You know, if you spend some time with somebody and just sit down and have a conversation with the customer, maybe that's what you need to train on. Is not 18,000 phone scripts that nobody's ever going to pull back out of their desk. You know, I give copies. Here, a salesperson. Here's a phone script. Use this. But you have to inspect what you expect, right? So when it comes time to giving out these phone scripts, that means you need to listen to the calls. And we've all sat in dealerships where we've got whatever call tracker software you've got, and said, listen, we've got it, right? Let's listen to some calls. And as you listen to the calls, you're just amazed. I just trained on this phone script yesterday. What in the world are they saying today? And so you train again, and you train again, and you train again. Some people get it, some people don't. And so really what it's all about is just continuing to train on that phone call, but don't make it so hard. Maybe that's the point of this whole thing. Finally, 3 minutes into this, I figured out the whole point. Don't make it hard. We have these pages. I've seen these manuals that dealerships come out with. I'm guilty. I've done it. Here, if they say this, say this. And if they say that, say this. And it's just page after page. Here's your phone guide book, and it's this thick. They don't use them. And the people that you think are using them aren't using them. Your best salespeople aren't using phone scripts. Hang on, don't. Yes, some people are. You know the phone script, right? You know the phone script. Hey, thanks for calling Big Dog Car Sales. You calling about a big sale today? Oh, what vehicle are you interested in? Oh, what a great vehicle. Everybody's been calling on that today. Where'd you see that at? Oh, you saw that online. Yeah, that's why everybody's been calling on it. Well, hey, listen, I don't want to waste your time. Let me make sure it's available. Are you calling from home or work? And your number there is. And how do you spell your last name? And your first name is. Hey, some people are using that. Hallelujah. Good for you. I'm happy. But the people that are your best salespeople, yeah, maybe that because they understand now this is a good way to do this. Maybe they are, but really what's happening is they're having conversations with people, and those conversations are what's turning into car deals because they're listening to the customer. They're saying, okay, this customer needs this, this, and this, and oh, by the way. They've got a budget, they've got this, they've got to get out of a trade, and they understand that. It's always amazed me that when you look in a CRM, whatever CRM it is, and when you look in your CRM and you see every action completed and every phone call scheduled and the number one performer in your CRM, is it always your best salesperson? No. It has been my experience. That typically your best salesperson is not always your best CRM user. Come on, you got to admit it. Sometimes they are just the absolute worst. And you want to get them in there, but then they're busy selling 40 cars this month. And yeah, they need to be in there. And yeah, they need to follow up with their customers. But you know what they do? They do follow up with their customers. Just not in a way that you can script or not in a way that you can quantify. They just do what they do. So sometimes you got to leave those people alone. Sometimes you got to say, hey, if you sell 40 cars this month, I ain't going to bang on you about your CRM usage. In fact, I'm not going to bang on you about your phone calls. I'm not even going to listen to your phone calls. And sometimes the people that are your best CRM users aren't necessarily your best salesperson, are they? No. They're really good at clicking on those buttons. They're really good at dialing a phone number. But once they get involved with the customer, this is where the disconnect is. They go like this, right? They connect with the customer. Customer says hello, and it goes south from there. Maybe we do it. Maybe we're the ones that do that. Maybe we bang these sales scripts. Here, say this, say this, say this, and the mediocre subpar salesperson is so concerned about hitting the script and saying the script, and if we're listening to phone calls, that we're going to come and get on them because they're not making phone calls, or they're not making the right phone calls, or they're not making whatever. And so then we just kind of make that salesperson. I don't know. Maybe it's us. What do you think? so we talked about that yesterday. But then we were talking about the quality of the conversation, and that's what we were doing today. Is we were talking about. I was talking about people. I got this thing. It's not really. There we go. I was looking today. We were talking about yesterday. We were talking about the getting people to the website, getting them engaged, and how hard that is, and really what you have to look at. I mean, you gotta be aware about AdWords and what kind of keywords you're using, and if you're out of inventory on a certain vehicle, are you advertising it? Some people are. But even more than that, it just goes back to salespeople that have been with you for a while. During a period like this, they should be the ones that are just killing it, right? And some of them are. Some people are just killing it. 20, 30, 40 cars in the last couple of months. When you've only got a limited number of salespeople, and we've cut down the number of people in the building, the people that are working, guess what? They're making money.